Hi guys, getting directly to the point. The 22nd of April 1904 was the time when Julius Robert Oppenheimer, who is known as the father of atomic bomb, was born in the New York City to a German Jewish family. And he was considered as a child genius, and he was studying a very high level of physics and chemistry only at the age of 10 years. And he was so knowledgeable that, at the age of 12 years, he was called to give a lecture at Mineralogical Club in New York, because he was very knowledgeable about mineralogy and properties of minerals. And then, in year 1922, when he went to Harvard to study, there he completed his 4 years degree in 3 years, and later he majored in chemistry and studied physics, philosophy, literature and Eastern religion. And later he realized that his passion was to study physics. And behind all of this, Oppenheimer had a dark side. His friends said that he had self-destructive tendencies, and he was a chain smoker, and he even had a disease named dementia praecox. Basically, the person who has this disease feels like everyone around him are his enemies, and he thinks that they may even kill him. And moreover, he focused only on his studies and was unaware of what was happening around the world. Till early 1930s, the time when Hitler rose in Germany. From then he started developing his interest in politics, when he got to know about the atrocities on Jews, as Oppenheimer himself came from a German Jewish family. And by getting influenced by the left-wing ideology, he joined many political meetings, and donated money to labor unions and farm workers. And on August 1939, Albert Einstein and Leo Szilard wrote a letter to the President of America, Franklin D. Roosevelt, saying that Hitler is working on nuclear weapons, and that he may be successful in making this powerful bomb, so America should prepare for the war. And when he read this letter, he set up Advisory Committee on Uranium, and for this, a team of scientists and military officials was formed, to research the potential of uranium. And their work was to research the potential of uranium, to know that, can any weapon be made by it? After this, the American government gave funds to Enrico Fermi and Leo Szilard, to research on how to separate the isotopes of uranium. And they found that, the uranium that is found naturally is uranium-238, and less than 1% of uranium is uranium-235 isotope, and that uranium-235 isotope is used to make bombs. And Oppenheimer was doing an independent research on nuclear fission with the scientists, and on December 1940, scientists found another radioactive element which can be used in making the weapons, and its name was plutonium. And later, when the World War II started, the scientific mission of developing the nuclear weapons had turned into military mission. And American military had an engineering wing, named as the Army Corps of Engineers, which makes the airfields for the Army. And in June 1942, President Roosevelt approved its involvement to prepare weapons for the war. And their office was in the North Atlantic Division in Manhattan, New York City. And when they approved for nuclear bombs preparation, they made their headquarters on 18th floor of the same building. And from the 13th of August 1942, officially, the Manhattan Project started. And 1 month later, on the 17th of September 1942, Colonel Leslie Richard Groves was appointed as the head of the project, and he decided to appoint Oppenheimer as the leader of design of the atomic bomb. And to keep this project undercover, a secret location was decided, Oak Ridge, Tennessee, which is also called as the Secret City, because the city was built there, only for the project. And many workers, researchers and scientists were moved to the city, for creating uranium-235 from uranium-238, because uranium-235 is very fissionable than uranium-238. The plan was to try out 4 methods to make uranium-235 from uranium-238, gaseous diffusion, centrifuge, electromagnetic separation and liquid thermal diffusion. And they found 2 methods successfully, electromagnetic separation and gaseous diffusion. And later they found that plutonium can be produced by uranium. And they found that plutonium is more radioactive and more fissionable than uranium-235. And now General Groves needed a location to prepare the weapons, and Oppenheimer knew an exact location, Pecos Valley, New Mexico. And this project was named Project Y. And on the 20th of July 1943, Oppenheimer was made the lead of the project. And after setting the arrangements, they've made 2 weapons, named Little Boy, made up of uranium, and Fat Man, which was made up of plutonium. Now, scientists knew that how the Little Boy bomb works, but they don't know that how plutonium bomb works. So, Oppenheimer said that it is necessary to test how plutonium bomb works. And then, on the 16th of July 1945, around 5 a.m., In the morning in a desert of New Mexico, the nuclear test was conducted and named as the Trinity test. And the test bomb was named as Gadget, which contains 12 to 13 pounds of plutonium, and on the 16th of July, as I said, the bomb was detonated. And Oppenheimer thought that the explosion size would be around 0.2 to 0.3 kilotons of TNT, but it was 50 times more dangerous. It was of 15 to 20 kilotons of TNT. And after this, he said that,
"Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds."
And on the 6th of August 1945, the little boy bomb was dropped, and again on the 9th of August 1945, the Fat Man bomb was dropped. And after knowing this, Einstein said that, the woe is me. And even Oppenheimer felt very regret of what he did. So, he went to President Truman and said that I have blood on my hands. Listening to that, with angry he says to throw Oppenheimer out of the office. And Oppenheimer continued his rest of life taking classes around the world, and died on the 18th of February 1967 at 62 years. Okay, so, that's it for now guys, and the voice I've used in my previous video, it's Mr. Beast aka James Stephen Donaldson. And even in this video I've tuned my voice to an actor's voice. Try guessing the voice. Okay, so, that's it for now guys. Thanks for having me, love you guys, and remember that so on the science
journey continues.